Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Holly Schock is in the studio with all of her usual energy, giving herself a tattoo to commemorate her third appearance on the show. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, we are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Matthew Bernard had an interview to get to, so we wish him luck on that. And he's been replaced. Holly Schock is sitting in the studio.
Hey, Don, what are you doing? It's great to be. Wait, that hurts.
Everything okay?
Penny, I'm putting a tattoo on my arm. I've never tried this before. It's a surprise for you. I didn't time to do it.
All right.
Wait a minute. It's almost done. Hang on.
Okay.
You know, this is the third time that I've been on your show.
It is.
Yeah, so I wanted to surprise you. And remember, wait a minute. There's no I to dot. Okay. So I wanted to memorialize this thing by surprising you, and I put your name on.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can see. You put your name on my arm.
That's not. Well, it's not spelled right.
What?
Molly,
What's wrong?
It's Smith with an I.
Crap! Wait a minute. I can erase this.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to fix that later. Boy, that's smart.
Okay. Well, it's close. It's just not. I don't want you advertising for the wrong guy.
Oh, no.
You know.
And you're not related to Wesson, right? Smythe and Wesson?
No.
Okay. No. All right.
I'm kind of glad the tattoo was on your arm.
Why? Mr. Smythe, how dare you?
It's right here on my butt. In the S's.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that communist. Oh, wait a minute, calligraphy stuff.
It looks lovely, though.
Thank you.
Fine job.
It's a very nice Y.
It is so good to have you back in the studio.
It's wonderful to be back. Baby back, ribs, and everything. Baby back. It's so wonderful to be here and see you. And like always, it's always a pleasure. And I just love the studio, and I love all you guys.
Well, I tried to talk Matt into sticking around because he needs people need to witness your energy, Holly, because that's you.
Yeah, yeah. The police have witnessed this many times. Yeah.
And you did a great job at Wiley's the last time you were up here. So
Thank
was
you.
in there.
That
did
was
a fantastic setup.
Fun I had.
You were hosting. You were emceeing that show. Sure.
No, I wasn't. The last time I wasn't hosting. I hosted about a month ago, and then I did the show. But I have fun, and you know me long enough now. But people came up and said that it was like a different level for me, and I go, "Wow, that was a lot."
Yeah,
really
it was really good,
and I had a blast. So I can't wait till October 15th to do the next one.
Awesome.
And that's going to be awesome too.
Yeah, I'm getting to go up October 8th.
I know. I'm going to be down there.
I'm
going to be down there to watch.
Yeah, hopefully I don't bomb horribly because I am out of practice. I am definitely. I'm out of practice. It's been a little while. I haven't been getting up at all much.
It's like a bicycle. Once you get on the bicycle and ride, it goes pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
a shameless husband.
I just wanted to make sure we were good on that.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to since the last time you were on the show?
Well, actually, I went down to Wiley's to see that, and then I been working mostly, like I said, third shift. But I will be retiring somewhere between April and June, and I'm going to concentrate more on the comedy.
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
So I'm looking forward to that. You know, I don't have millions. I'll be like 1,000 there or something.
Yeah, as long as you can retire and you don't have to keep going to work third shift. I mean, that gets to be brutal.
Hustle on the side or something, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you'll you'll get your comedy career going.
Oh, there I did my first raspberry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, first raspberry of the show.
Raspberry number one.
Well, I was telling Matthew in the last part of the show that this show always ends up going to poo eventually. It just seems to be the direction we. So you're starting us off with a raspberry.
The poo,
that's
yes.
Good, yeah.
That's the dark mathematical version of pie. Yes. Poo.
Yep. I'm not even going to guess what number that is. 2.14, I guess. Number 2.14. Yeah.
That's the Pope's phone number,
So that's all you got going on? Getting ready to retire?
I've been working on the comedy. I'm going to start putting, you say you got to do stuff for yourself. So I'm going to start doing some more open mics and stuff, but I'm going to advertise too on it, the city paper and that. Just people go, well, we got to go see who this bitch is. She keeps putting her name in the damn thing. So hopefully that'll work.
You got to get out
there. Relaxing, how much I can relax,
I can't picture you relaxed. You're high energy, and that's why I love having you on the show.
Well, it's always fun to be on this show, and I've always had a wonderful time. And you know what? Scotty Mays, a wonderful person, and that he's going to be retiring from comedy.
I have heard
for
that.
a while, and
I was hoping everything's okay.
Oh, everything's fine.
Okay,
good, he's doing his life, and God bless him. I just love him to death, and we just get along great. We're so yin and yang.
Yeah, I think he was on the show with you last time you were in.
Yeah,
Scotty's been on the show he's been on the show a number of times.
Yeah,
I believe
he's a great guy.
So
how you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've been I bought into Wiley's. I'm a part owner at Wiley's now. And hopefully we'll start making money.
I should have spelled your name right, damn it.
Exactly. That's going to cost you stage time right there.
I know.
No, I have no part of the decision making process of who gets stage time.
Okay.
I'm just one of the partners. But yeah, it's all Gary Wood's doing. He's the man.
He's a good guy too.
Oh,
I like him to death.
He's always a lot of fun to have on the show. And Karen,
everybody's pretty cool,
Oh yeah, it's a great community of local comics, and anybody that hasn't been out to Wiley Sunday Comics to see the local people, they got to get out there because that's where it starts. Where it starts.
Yeah, and I think actually I went to dinner just before this, and I was talking to some guy, and I was looking at something, and he goes, and he just looks and goes, "Do you entertain?" And I go, "What do you mean by that?"
that could mean a couple different things.
Back in the 20s, this was different, but hey, I'm just too shy now.
Yeah.
I'm laid back compared to what I was in my 20s.
Oh, wow.
Oh, because this is not even back in my 20s. Back in 1992 when Batman the Animated Series came out. And then all my friends are going, Holly, there's this one cartoon chick that's just like you. And they pointed to Harley Quinn. I go, okay, Mr. J, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know you had a bit of a thing for Harley Quinn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's be friends.
Yeah. You did a show dressed as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I did a show. Yeah, we'll call that a show.
Yeah,
and then pick up the mail or go Kroger eating.
Oh, so you just went around all day?
Yeah.
Or more than just a day? Is this something we need to bring out in the open and talk about?
No,
is this
I actually
an unhealthy
loaned my outfit
fascination?
to someone else for Halloween. So I got a special outfit I'm going to start working on now for Halloween.
It's Scotty, isn't it? You loaned it to Scotty.
No. God, no. Yeah, that would be one butch Harley Quinn.
Yep, with the mohawk.
With the mohawk, yes.
That would be entertaining for sure.
Yes. So you think we're going to have 80-degree weather the rest of the year?
I hope not. I'm about sick of it.
Yeah.
I summertime's great and all, but I'm a big guy, so I sweat a lot, and I really look forward to fall. I like fall too. I like 50 to 60 degrees. Especially gets down to 40 in the evenings. That's nice to me.
Yeah.
I don't like because I can get outside and not.
I understand.
Saturate my clothing within 20 minutes.
Reappropriate my clothing too. Get skirts that are only like 5 inches above my knee instead of the 7.
Right. Same here.
Yeah,
when I wear, I like the longer skirts.
That's a kilt.
Yeah, I have been known to wear a kilt before.
Oh, that'd be cool. I like
not like Dan Dean. I'm not going to go up on stage in a kilt because I don't want to expose myself.
No,
but,
I'd be sitting in the first row with one of those little mini fans.
Yeah. But I used to do that. I'd go to the Renaissance Festival. I'd wear a kilt.
Oh, that's
I'd
cool.
get drunk in the pub, and every now and then somebody tried to lift my kilt up.
Oh.
It got to be quick. You got to be quick.
Yes. You got to be careful with those kilts.
Exactly. Because traditionally you can't wear anything underneath them.
Well, if you want to hold it down, you can use Scotch tape.
Oh, that's very funny there.
Thank you. All right, Scotty. That's as fast as we can go. Get goody faster.
The whole thing will blow. All right.
Well, speaking of,
no. News story. Yeah. Holly, stop it.
Yeah.
You misspelled my name. It's not happening.
There was this one routine. There was this one routine by Fireside Theater, and it was a Star Trek thing, and something was going wrong. As Captain Kirk was looking for Scotty somewhere in the ship, and he opens up this door, and he goes, "You hear and he goes, "What are you two doing?" And he goes, "We're engaged, sir." And he goes, "Well, disengage and get back to your
engaged."
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. I liked that. Those were good. Fireside Theater had some good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, they were out about the same time as Monty Python, actually.
Oh, really?
That was my favorite. Well, of course, Monty Python, Fireside Theater, and Pat Paulson. That guy was so
Pat
funny.
Paulson. Okay, yeah, he ran for president at one time.
Yeah, 68. Pat Paulson for president is one of the funniest political albums of all time. He used to do the commentary or like the opinion thing on
Smothers Brothers.
Smothers
Brothers.
Yeah. Steve Martin went for him.
Have you ever seen the movie he was in, Night Patrol?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's like, what Bobcat keeps talking about, that what he did with the horse all the time, going,
oh yeah.
The talking horse.
I can understand that. I thought Night Patrol was hilarious. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But there were parts of that that just cracked me up.
Yeah, there was parts of that was funny.
Because that was about the unknown comic.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
Oh, God. Yeah, the original Gong Show and all that. But my favorite, movie to go to is, if I'm in a bad mood or something, I can go, there's this movie called Rat Race, which was kind of like a Mad World.
Oh, okay.
But it had Whoopi Goldberg and Mr. Bean, Roar.
Yeah.
So funny.
I believe I have that at home. Is it that's got John? That's what John Lovitz. John Lovitz is in that. John Cleese is in it. John Lovitz does the.
Yeah.
That's one of my former coworkers out there. That's Roger. That's Roger racing by.
He was striking the pose there with his little pushy thing. Well, that sounds wrong.
A little bit. That's John Lovitz is in that, where he's driving Hitler's car, I think.
Yes,
he ends up stealing it. And yeah. John Lovitz cracks me up. He's been in some great movies too. And
Robot Chicken guy.
Seth Green.
Oh yeah, I love that guy too. Robot Chicken too. This is so much fun stuff to go to.
It's hard not to laugh at Robot Chicken. It's so ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But there's, my wife doesn't really understand my sense of humor a lot of times, so I show her stuff like that, and she just shakes her head and walks away. So just I can tell it's going through her head. Who the heck did I marry and why?
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to love some of that weird, sick stuff every now and then.
Oh yeah, and their Star Wars stuff's just freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah. I've seen their Star Wars stuff is great.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, you want to hit some news stories since there's not a whole lot to promote. We can hit some news because I have a lot of older news stories that I still need to cycle through and get out of the way so I can start fresh. Because we gotta get these. We gotta get these.
The
covered.
Beatles broke up.
It's important.
Oh, I thought that was one of the old news.
Well, it was, and now it's been.
Crap.
you gave it away. You gave the story away.
How about the band The Raspberries?
Okay, he's nothing if not consistent. A 52-year-old man in Metairie, Louisiana, has accomplished a hat trick of sorts by getting arrested 3 times in 1 week for public masturbation. Gregory Gurin was collared on obscenity charges Saturday night after a neighbor reported that the suspect was masturbating outside his home. Deputies who arrived on the scene found him hiding in the backyard. He was hauled off to Jefferson Parish Correctional Center and booked on obscenity charges. At this point, the jail may be a bit of a second home for him because Saturday's arrest marked his 3rd in 7 days for the same charge.
Wow.
So, at least they know what he's up to.
Wiry little guy. Public and pubic masturbation, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be a little nervous handcuffing him, actually.
Yeah, he can probably slip out of that.
Yeah.
What you handcuff? The accessory to the crime?
Yeah. 3 times.
Yeah. In a week?
You definitely, in a week.
And that's just the ones that's just
the ones you know about. That's just the ones that got caught. He's apparently,
didn't count the ones at McDonald's or anything,
Yeah, that's,
Sorry. We deserve a break today. Okay.
Yep, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce.
Yeah, special sauce with that cheese.
We got to move on from that one because I think that one's just...
that's sad.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy.
What?
Poor neighbors.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I don't know how I'd react to that with a neighbor in my yard going to town like that. It probably wouldn't be very friendly.
Let me get the dog.
Yeah. Let the dogs out.
Spike?
Larry William Henry really likes pigs so much that he's not allowed near them. When authorities found Henry drunk and naked in a hog barn near Millersville, Pennsylvania on June 26, he told them point blank, "I just like pigs."
He told the cops that?
Henry 64 also told the cops he had finished a 6-pack of fittingly Ham's beer during a big party. Henry was familiar with the farm where he chose to go high on the hog. He was banned from the property after a 2011 trespassing incident. The guy likes his pork.
Yeah, his favorite pig at the farm was Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
6 degrees of bacon, I guess.
6 degrees of bacon. Boy, that sounds like a very delicious porn story.
That's
wow, man. We're having a theme here already. Masturbation.
I am, and now we got something already. So
we got pork futures.
What are the hog futures? Pork bellies.
It depends. If it's a girl pig, it might be pork futures, but I don't know.
Oh, that's
wrong.
Man, that's wrong.
What do you do down on the farm?
Episode. Just like so many things remind me of South Park episodes.
Oh, South Park.
Only problem is these are true stories.
Yeah, man. So, let's speak about animal husbandry.
He's a breeder.
Yeah. That swine.
Oh man. Well, let's change pace a little bit here.
Yeah. Anything about
we got something else. We're on a theme. Let's stick with it.
Okay.
This is why we can't have nice things. The man behind an intelligent sex robot named Samantha says the kinky creation needs to be repaired thanks to barbarians at a tech industrial festival.
God.
Engineer Sergei Santos of Barcelona, Spain, wanted to show off Samantha at the Arts Electronica Festival in Linz, Austria last week. The Randy robot is programmed with artificial intelligence so that she responds to gentle seduction. Samantha seemingly gets more aroused the more she's romanced. But that's not what happened at the festival. Instead, the robot was molested and seriously damaged by attendees. So,
damaged.
How do you?
So is that like parentheses with your fingers damaged?
How do you? Yeah. Man, we are all over the map with these news stories. We're all over the map.
Where do you go to help her out, Lowe's?
Yeah. How do you damage a sex robot?
Radio Shack?
I guess. Yeah, I don't think there are any of those left, are they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The Radio Shack is a little known place where robots get together.
Speaking of robot chicken, that's what the other guy needed was robot pork.
Oh yeah, these stories are starting to get me hot. You better watch out.
Yeah, we better. But I don't even know if I want to do the next one now.
Wait a minute. I'm busy right now. You got to talk a little louder.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. Holly's going to take care of Oh, man.
Thank God this is a high bench thing.
Yeah, there you go. Restaurant. No, I don't even want to cover this one. The restaurant is making a lot of dough with a dish that is both tasty and tasteless, a penis-shaped waffle.
A poffle?
A poffle. Or a weenus. A waffinus. That's like that's an actor, isn't it? Joaquin Phoenix. That's
yeah. I think he passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was his
no, Joaquin. Yeah, that's River.
River.
Yeah,
River.
That's right. Sorry, I got all my penises mixed up.
Yeah.
Penises mixed up or whatever.
Anyway, the phallic food products are sold at a food stall in Bangkok. Named Pho Hai Ma, which means I got it from my dad in English.
I got it from my dad? Well, all right.
Selling phallic-shaped waffles at a place called I Got It From My Dad. Wow.
A special episode of Law and Order Special Crimes Unit.
Yeah. each cockeyed creation.
Brought to you by Bob Evans.
Each cockeyed creation is stuffed with sausage and cheese and comes with a variety of sauces. That's how they phrase that.
The sausages are in the waffle?
Yes.
So when you bite into the waffle, you get the cheese.
It's stuffed with sausage.
So it squirts into your... Never mind.
That it would. It comes with a variety of sauces such as ketchup, mayonnaise, or chocolate.
If you want to take it home
to be honest, only one of those makes sense.
Yeah.
As a sauce for that. Because, the sauces it comes with are ketchup, mayonnaise, or chocolate.
Oh, mayonnaise.
And, that's the only one that, I mean, they all make sense, but there's only one
if they get,
not totally.
If you get it to go, do they put it in a condom?
I guess. Wow.
God. Where are you getting these stories from? Did you dig these out of Hugh Hefner's
I think so. Yeah, this is Dear Penthouse episode of the Life News. So I don't even think they'd put these in there.
No,
these are just. I think this is the day I get that I lose my radio show.
Those would be the things though you would stick, like if you went to a church and everybody's singing hymns, you would throw a couple of those in big paper things. And now we penis waffle. What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just got a text. I always get texts.
Uh-huh.
And all it says is, ooh, he is dead. So
ooh, he is dead.
I'll have to check on that later.
Is this a mafia hit or?
It could be. Well, why the ooh?
Ooh.
I mean, I guess they were listening to the penis waffles and just decided that I never thought I would be on the radio discussing penis waffles. I really didn't think.
Well, it's a new millennium.
It is. It's a new era, and it's just.
Yeah.
I guess that's.
And they make them. You have to talk about them.
Okay.
I mean, it's the law.
I'm going to put my phone down. Yeah, I would think. I think that's it for those caliber of stories.
Yes.
We should probably move on to something that
lower.
might. Yeah. In fact, let's take a break first.
Okay.
We'll take a break, and just because I can, I'm going to play some Mr. Wiggly's Exploration Launch. Have you heard Mr. Wiggly's before?
No, I've never heard Mr. Wiggly.
Mr. Wiggly's Exploration Launch is Dayton's #1 space funk band because they're Dayton's only space funk band.
Okay.
So it's fantastic music, and I'm going to start us off since we I think we discussed chicken at some point. So but I don't know.
We discussed everything wrong.
I think we've pretty much discussed everything that we shouldn't. I think disgust
is the key word.
Yes.
The word today is bing, disgust.
Disgust. Oh, anyway, here's a little Mr. Wiggly's Exploration Launch with Neil deGrasse Tyson Chicken.
You know, the only ist I am is a scientist.
Here's this week's Comedy Rundown, brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Wednesday, October 11th, the comics hang at Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's Oregon District. That's from 5 to 9 p.m. Thursday, October 12th, The Crooner and the Clown with Austin Lucas and Ryan Singer is at Wiley's Comedy Club. That show starts at 8 p.m. Thursday through Sunday, October 12th through the 15th, Steve Trevino is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. Friday and Saturday, October 13th and 14th, Greg Hahn is at the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's Oregon District, along with Rich Regains featuring, and our own Karen Jaffe is going to be emceeing that show. Saturday, October 14th, Feathers Comedy, Spooky Spooktacular Jokey Jokes. Visit Feathers Vintage Clothing at 440 East 5th Street in Dayton's Oregon District. That show starts at 9:30 p.m. And Sunday, October 15th, Wiley Sunday Comics is at Wiley's Comedy Club. That show starts at 8 p.m. That is it. As always, check out Wiley'sComedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows. Also, be sure to check out Unwritten Podcasts from Dayton Writers Movement, available at UnwrittenPodcast.com.
Caroline's got a mid-serve rapid with a pair of chicken wings. Rest up from the doorstep.
Are you into making music, videos, or podcasts? Are you a local comedic talent in need of some much-needed publicity? Are you a behind-the-scenes professional interested in audio-video production, graphic design, and public relations? Eventide Entertainment is actively seeking talents, clients, and professionals to help our business grow into something truly special. And we want you to be one of those. For more information, go to facebook.com/Eventide Entertainment or send us an email at eventideent@gmail.com.
All right, we're back on The Life. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in the studio with Holly Schock.
Hello, everybody.
The wonderful, the energetic, the tattooed, with my name on it, apparently.
Yeah, but I still got to fix that.
That is not a tattoo gun, actually.
No.
She's still recovering from the stories we were talking about before the break. We do have more news stories. That's what this show has become. Just covering. I'm trying to clear out the news stories that I've had on my list for probably several months now.
Okay.
Because I haven't gone through the whole
okay.
list.
Yeah, we can run them through the ground right now.
I haven't been properly recycling my news stories, and that's the problem.
That's okay.
So. Well, every now and then I find one that's new news, like this week, that I really want to talk about. For example, this one is one of my favorite things. George Foreman wants to go the distance with Steven Seagal. Ooh. On Monday, the 68-year-old boxing legend used Twitter to challenge the 65-year-old action movie star to a 10-round fight in Las Vegas. One-on-one, I use boxing, you can use whatever, says Foreman. He later clarified it would be hand-to-hand combat only with no weapons allowed and suggested the battle be broadcast on pay-per-view, with fellow boxer Floyd Mayweather earning a reported $100 million from his bout with UFC star Conor McGregor. It could mean a handsome payday for Big George, which I would like to see. I think be...
God bless George. I remember I was at this bar in, was it C.J. Barrymore's in Detroit when Foreman won. Back when he was in his 50s and that.
Yeah, because he came back when he was getting up there and he reclaimed.
And he's still looking good. I mean, how old did you say he was?
68 years old.
Well, no wonder he looks good because I was 4.
And
he's only 4 years
Steven Seagal
old.
is 65.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's really been keeping up with his...
Even, I better not say this. He's always kind of like, like you see the people like Jackie Chan and like all these people, then you see Steven Seagal, and it's more like they come to him and he chop, chop.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw one of his latest movies where he was doing all kinds of fighting like he usually does, but he wasn't moving. He was like leaning up against walls.
Yeah.
He'd throw a punch every now and then, and it's like, wow, they really had to work with him to get these action scenes.
Even Van Damme did some, movement in that, but and Jackie Chan. And his young stuff, when you watch him running on the side of a wall, you're going like, wow.
Yeah, he's insane. Seagal was always kind of, I never really cared for most of his movies. But
I wouldn't tell him that to his face.
Well, yeah.
You're my wonderful, worst karate guy.
Yeah, because even leaning against a wall, he could probably kick my butt. So, I'll leave him alone. Yeah. Steven, you're good.
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe for now, Steven.
Go fight George. I'd put money on George.
Yeah.
On that.
Oh, George. Yeah.
I'd say he could probably take a punch a lot.
He could
better.
grill him, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd be a fighting fat grilling machine.
He's a fighting fat grilling machine. Yepper.
Oh, okay. Police in Henderson, Kentucky. Hey, Kentucky news is always good news. Are having a tough time investigating a robbery of a Rally's restaurant Monday morning. That's because the main suspect is a man who is dressed as a giant Coke bottle. The restaurant was closed at the time of the robbery with only the manager in the place, according to the departmental release. Surveillance videos show the manager opening the back door to give a bag to a giant Coke bottle, who then barges into the rallies. The supersized soda carrying a handgun, which I didn't know Coke bottles had hands, but apparently this one does, and he's armed. But he did not bust a cap during the robbery. However, he did get $500 before exiting the restaurant into a gray minivan, which I would think a Coke would have a better vehicle than a gray minivan. So it's a soccer mom Coke bottle.
Oh, should have one of the old-fashioned ones where you can just jump on the side with all the other bottles.
Yeah.
Hang off the side of the truck.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
a robbery at rallies. That's a hard thing to say 5 times in a row.
Yep, robbery at rallies. Yeah, from a giant Coke bottle. That's
you would laugh if you get
the giant Coke bottle part isn't as hard to say. It's just harder to understand, I think.
Yeah, it's Coke. Pepsi would do okay. I would just laugh at a Sprite bottle.
Oh yeah, nobody, even an armed Sprite bottle is laughable.
No, that's that'd be terrible.
And if it was Mellow Yellow, it'd probably be stoned.
Mellow Yellow. Well, he's kind of kinky anyway. You can tell,
and a little more rare, a little harder to find.
Yeah, that was Donovan, wasn't it? Mellow Yellow.
I don't even remember.
Oh God! Okay, there's one brain cell from the '60s that's just turned on.
That's the last one.
Oh, it's gone.
Yep, that's the last one you have from them.
Bye. Yeah, I love my little '60s brain cells. They click on once in a while.
Well, yeah, you gotta make sure they're still firing on half the cylinders at least.
Oh, half a cylinder. Yeah, you spin the head and get them going.
Yep.
Just like a cyclotron. Ooh, that's my big word for the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about everything today. So
yeah.
We're going in every direction. If anyone needs evidence of how passionate Canadian hockey fans are, look no further than Beverly and Donald McLeod. After separating in 2015, the two ended their 35-year marriage in court recently as they finally settled on custody of their beloved season tickets. The Alberta couple were longtime Edmonton Oiler season ticket holders and apparently couldn't come to a resolution on who would get the precious seats in the divorce. Donald was willing to pay his former wife $15,000 a month in spousal support, but he wasn't going to give up on his team. So Beverly filed for joint custody of the tickets and won. Justice Ritu Cooler ruled, quote, "The parties shall alternate choices for game tickets, with the defendant choosing first the game for which he wants tickets, the plaintiff choosing second for her game, and the parties alternating choices thereafter until all regular season tickets have been assigned."
Wow. He's got sticking it to the puck there, man.
That is some serious hockey fans.
Why didn't you just let him go on the ice and fight like everybody else does on the hockey ring?
That would have made so much more sense.
Yep.
Or give them sticks and skates and say go at it. Whoever wins gets them.
Zamboni said 40 paces.
There you go. Yeah, the Zamboni joust.
The Zamboni joust. Now that's something you can do at the Renaissance Festival during the winter.
Yeah, there you go. That would be a great way to settle differences in hockey. Rather than the fights and the penalty boxes, just Zamboni joust.
Zamboni, everybody. Yeah.
Because it would also resurface the ice as they were doing it.
Yeah.
So it would be beneficial.
Just
I'm gonna have to get with the
umpire
NHL.
Has to be real careful. The ref.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get with the NHL and make that suggestion to them that Zamboni jousting.
The game might take a little longer if they made like the rinks full football field sides too.
That's true.
Boy, they probably have a stroke by the time we get down the other end. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about that. The healthiest. You think about obviously probably the healthiest referees or umpires would have to be hockey because the skating and that.
Yeah.
And then maybe the soccer refs, baseball,
Yeah, they just kind of stand. Look out for that.
Stupid chair.
Yeah, baseball refs, they just, the ump, he just kind of stands there and hunches
basketball,
over the
you kind of run around a little bit. But hockey, you gotta just like do that.
Yeah, you really got to move. And every now and then you got to separate fighting hockey players.
Yeah.
Because they fight. It's not like wrestling around like they do in the NFL, They actually throw punches.
That's amazing, though. They are diehard hockey fans. They're really going for the tickets like that.
Yeah, because $15,000 a month in alimony.
And she wouldn't take it. She wants the tickets.
And she wanted the tickets.
Wow.
Well, I think she's getting both. I think she's getting joint custody of the tickets and the $15,000 a month.
Damn.
But I would think for that much, if he had enough to pay her $15,000
yeah,
a
I'm gonna
month
have
in
to find
alimony,
this guy.
yeah, then he probably could afford to buy his own season tickets and just let him go.
She wouldn't take the all year curling passes.
Yeah.
Now there's a sport that
that's
had to be somebody had to be smoking when they made that up.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah, because you basically you roll a bit, you slide a big weight down the ice, and you sweep in front of it.
Yeah, and then it does something at the end, and people go, "Yay, eh?" Yeah, curling.
Awesome.
And then Mo and Larry too.
Yeah, yeah. That's the events I want to see, not just the curling, but the Mo and Larry,
the
mowing and the Larrying.
Why?
Wise guy, huh? Yeah. Conspiracy. Alex Jones story. Is this one I actually went over before?
Alex Jones.
I can't remember. Alex Jones. Have you heard of Alex Jones?
No.
He's psychotic.
Is he related to Bridget Jones?
It could be. Could be. Anyway, he. See, I don't even remember putting this on here. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones called a press conference Friday to explain to reporters just how deceptive they are. To explain to the reporters how deceptive the reporters are, apparently. Whether covering his contentious child custody trial or dismissing what he views as urgent public health issues like the crossbreeding of pigs with humans, which we covered earlier.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. They're very close genetically.
Yeah, referring to reporters as fops and fake news, which sounds so familiar. The radio host and famed Donald Trump whisperer flogged journalists for questioning whether his political views were authentic. His lawyers had argued in court that the vitriolic comments he makes on his InfoWars shows amounted to little more than satire, comparing him with comedian Stephen Colbert or radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, God.
Stephen
Limbaugh.
Yeah,
Rush Colbert.
I didn't think that is Rush Limbaugh supposed to be satire? As I know Stephen Colbert is. He's making fun of the...
But, I mean, pigs and humans. I mean, like...
Yeah, that's the part of the story you're sticking with, isn't it?
Yeah, like, who's the child? You would be the father.
Yeah. That's all, folks. Yeah, that's...
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We're tearing up the airwaves.
Yeah, we went back to pigs again.
Yes, right back to a guy that really likes
pork
pigs.
Futures again, yep. Swine.
Oh.
Of course, some of those pigs are really cute pets, but then people forget that they sometimes get the size of a Volvo, and it's like, oh, no. You see people, the pig's like laying on a sofa. You can't really see the sofa, and he's not really laying on the whole thing. He's like, bleh. And it's like funny. It's really funny. It's one guy. Pig must be like 600 pounds or something.
Wow.
Run around the living room. That's like crazy. I mean, I would have a hard time with him in my trailer.
Yeah. I always have a hard time with pigs in my trailer.
It depends how much you pay him.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Police say a drunken Pennsylvania man who didn't want to drink alone forced his way into a woman's home and sat down with 2 12-packs of beer. 39-year-old Sean Haller of Stewartstown faces charges including criminal trespass, and he remained in the York County Jail on Monday. Southern Regional Police say a woman called them on September 12th to report Haller had entered her home and refused to leave. Police say Haller had done the same thing in another woman's home earlier that day. Police found him in the second woman's home and say he refused to leave even though there were children inside.
Oh, my.
The officers had to go inside and get him.
They had to holler his butt out of there.
Yeah.
And he got everything wrong because if the ladies knew him, they would yell, holler. And he goes, oh, yeah, Baba, holler. Oh, yeah, no, get out, holler. Oh, okay. And that's when they get
She was hollering at him to leave.
Hollering at him to leave.
Yeah. I think we're going to go through
the legend
every
of
news
Sleepy
story.
Holler.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That was just Lonely Holler.
A Lonely Holler.
He wasn't sleepy. He was
lonely
drunk
holler.
and lonely. Which I understand drunken lonely hollers.
That's one of my favorite country songs.
Oh, let's see.
Drunken lonely hollers.
See, I don't remember half of these
by
stories
the pigs.
now. We're going from Sean Haller to Sean Harris. Authorities say an Indiana man who robbed a gas station made off with food, drinks, cigarettes, but what he didn't steal was gas. The Northwestern Indiana Times reports that a state trooper arrested 33-year-old Sean Harris on Wednesday after finding him stranded by the side of a 2-lane highway with his vehicle out of fuel. Police say the South Bend area man's blood alcohol level was above the legal limit. Authorities say Harris was arrested not long after he entered the La Crosse gas station, implied he had a gun, and took the items. So,
and no gas.
But he did not take the gas.
Man.
So that's another life lesson. If you're going to rob a gas station, fuel up.
If you're going to rob a gas station, go to college and learn it right.
Right.
Yeah.
You can learn everything just by being here and listening to this show.
Oh, yes.
Is really how you learn most of life's lessons.
Yeah, the wrong lessons, but the lessons nonetheless.
You'll learn what not to do.
Yeah.
Like get a radio show. That's the first lesson.
Oh, no, I think
you
it's
learn
wonderful.
from the life is don't get on the air because it's there's nothing but trouble here.
Oh,
nothing but trouble.
It's wonderful trouble, though. I love wonderful trouble.
Yeah, but the thing is that we have been over everything we could possibly talk about today, and we still have more to go.
Okay.
We still have a couple more news stories to go and about another 10 minutes to kill.
All right.
So I think we can handle this. I think we can do this. We're just going to have to take our time.
9:58. 9 something else after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to tattoo it on your arm, aren't you?
Yeah. I got to remember which one. That's the tattooer.
That's not okay.
No, and this is the fun one. All right. Never mind. Not that tattooing's not fun.
Well, yeah, absolutely. 101-year-old thrill seeker in the United Kingdom landed in the record books on Saturday when he became the world's oldest tandem skydiver. Verdon Hayes, which sounds like a 101-year-old name.
Verdon Hayes has filled my brain. Beauty, face of Venus.
Verdon Hayes all around. He completed his jump from an airplane 15,000 feet above the ground in Devon, England at the age of 101 years old and 101 years and 37 days young.
Ironically, he hit the ground at 102 miles an hour.
He told the BBC, "It's beautiful. I'd do it again tomorrow. I would, truthfully. It's lovely."
Oh, that would, too. That would be fun.
Of course, I don't think he knew what he was talking about. He was just rambling. No, I'm kidding. Hayes said he got the idea to skydive around the time he turned 90, but his wife wouldn't let him. Since she died, he went ahead and did it anyway.
Mysteriously.
Yeah, her parachute didn't open.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. So yeah, he had to wait.
Yeah.
Because when he was 91 years old, he was in his 90s, he decided to go skydiving. He had to wait till he was 101 years old.
Well, the first time he tried to go skydiving, he couldn't because the Wright brothers couldn't get the plane up high enough.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Thud.
Yeah. Did I say you were getting bet? No, I'm kidding. That's the fun part about a spontaneous show is you just, it's kind of like improv. It's exactly like improv.
Well, I tell you what, this helps open me up a lot. This is a lot. I learn a lot from just doing this. Honest to God, it's fun. And like the first couple times after I did this show on doing comedy, and it was like, oh crap, this is. I mean, I always had fun, but it just did something for me, and it's really neat.
Well,
I
that's
appreciate
good. That's good.
You're like my godfather of comedy. Something. There's the improv working right there. Something, whatever it was.
I'll be the godfather of your comedy career.
Just to put a pig head in my bed.
Right, or a horse head.
Horse head.
I think, well, after
or
this
Mr.
show,
Holler.
it should be a pig head. Yeah,
I don't need no hollering in my bed.
Yeah, or Mr. Harris running out of gas. A man was struck by an out-of-control bus, but managed to walk it off and head straight to the pub. Video footage from Saturday morning shows Simon Smith, of course he's a Smith, 53 years old, as he is hit by a purple bus in Reading, England. Why did it have to be purple? That's just, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of purple buses.
Purple bus.
Yeah, we've gone from Verdon Hayes to purple bus. So.
Verdon Hayes to purple bus.
Man, we're
Verdon Hayes and purple bus.
It's a gut wrenching moment and one that you'd expect to result in a trip to the hospital, but no, looks like everything's just fine. This calls for a beer. Smith casually dusted himself off and marched himself straight to the Purple Turtle Bar. That must be why it was a purple bus. There's a purple theme in this man's life. The Purple Turtle.
Ironically,
I don't even want to know how that bar got its name.
Ironically, he looked a lot like Mr. Bean.
Yeah. It was Rowan Atkinson got hit by a bus and just headed straight into the purple turtle.
Purple turtle.
Why would you call it a purple turtle? That's just a weird...
That sounds like something you do when you twist your nipples.
Yeah. It gave me a purple turtle. That's a purple
That would be hard to
do
to a turtle. You first have to get the shell off.
Well, yeah. Well, sometimes it's hard to come out of our shells.
Oh, now you're getting deep. Okay, I have to think about
this whole show we've been getting deep, Holly.
Yeah, I got my boots on.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We have one more news story.
Okay.
Just one more. And I have covered every single thing. And I get to start next week's show with completely fresh, non-recycled news items.
That's so cool. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. I think I'll take next week off. No.
Oh. You can do what do you call those things when you don't do it at your place? I don't know. You're not doing it here.
Work from home. We discussed that earlier with Matthew working from home. If you ever get an email that says work from home and make this, and this, it's a scam. Just so you know. Yeah. That's what we discussed earlier.
Scam. That's like spam. Ham.
Spam. And ham. Well, now back to pork. We're always it's the 6 degrees of bacon. We talked
6 degrees. Yeah, we got all the bacon. If you cook it, it'd be Kelvin bacon.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. Okay, prosecutors say an Alaska dentist charged with Medicaid fraud pulled a sedated patient's tooth while riding on a hoverboard. Seth Lookhart was charged with 17 counts of Medicaid fraud after prosecutors say he billed Medicaid $1.8 million last year for IV sedation used in procedures that didn't call for it. Prosecutors say in an indictment that investigators found a video on Lookhart's phone of him riding a hoverboard while extracting a sedated patient's tooth. They say he texted the video to his office manager and joked that it was a new standard of care. Prosecutors say investigators contacted the patient and she told them she was unaware that Lookhart was riding the hoverboard while operating on her. Lookhart's office manager is also charged in the case.
I guess you would be unaware because you'd be sitting there going, "There's something wrong with this guy. Wait, what? This isn't the way they normally do this, is it?"
See, I think so long as he did a good job.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, who's to say?
It could have been a bipolar molar. God, sorry.
That's always possible.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, if he did a good job in the tooth extraction.
Yes. The whole tooth and nothing but the tooth.
Yeah, just tell the tooth and you'll be good to go.
Just tell the tooth, yeah.
But I guess it might actually help in an extraction because if he fell down while he had a hold of the tooth, he'd pull it right out.
He has something incisor.
And of all the things... Oh, wow. Of all the things, speaking of incisor, of all the things that he could have done while somebody was under sedation, I would say riding a hoverboard is probably pretty low on the list of terrible things.
Yeah.
That he could do. I mean, sure, it's dangerous and irresponsible, but it could have been so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. It'd be worse to pull the tooth out, I imagine.
Yeah.
Plastic explosives.
Well, I just mean, things that he could have done with a patient under sedation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, riding on a hoverboard is pretty low on the list of heinous acts.
No.
And yes, I said heinous.
Oh, yes, I like that word. That's a good one. I wonder if you can do it on a hoverboard. That'd be rough to do.
That would be.
Do it on a hoverboard?
That sounds like a good way to break something, actually.
Many things.
Yes. That's Oh, so what? That is all the news. I am so excited to be done with news.
Okay, well, at least news from 50 years ago. You said,
right? Yeah.
News, you get your new news,
old news.
New news next week.
There are news stories on there from probably 6 months ago.
Oh, that's
that I
cool,
just haven't cycled
old
through.
News is good.
So we just really we are caught up on all of our work for the day, Holly.
Yeah, Truman.
You
Truman
can have
beat
the rest
Dewey,
of the afternoon off.
Wright brothers flew their plane.
Yeah.
Anything else? Yes.
I don't know. There was something about the Beatles. I don't know.
About the Beatles. Yeah.
Yeah. Some other insects. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So October 15th.
October 15th. Yes,
Wiley
I am
Sunday
so looking
Comics.
forward to doing it. Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you up there again.
I'm looking forward to doing
Hopefully, I'll
it.
get to make it to that show.
I might do a special show with my.
Yes, with that's a whole other show. I don't know if. I don't know if
that's the buzz.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can do that on Wiley's stage.
No,
but It's worth a try. It's worth a try. Yeah.
Oh God, never mind.
I'm trying to think anything else that's coming up. I do want to plug out there. I know Unwritten Podcasts. If you've been listening to Unwritten Podcasts, they're going to have on Saturday, October 14th, from 4:30 to 7 at the Dayton Playhouse at 1301 East Siebenthaler Avenue in Dayton. They're going to be doing a premiere. They're doing a musical episode of the Unwritten Podcast. Have you listened to Unwritten Podcast?
I've heard this and that. Yeah.
It's an audio drama that's very interesting. They got a lot of great character development. If you're interested in writing and stories and dramatic readings, it's really. I'm not just saying this because I'm in it.
Oh no, I believe
but that's
you.
all part of it. It really is a great podcast to listen to, and they're doing a musical episode, and apparently they're having a premiere of it on at Dayton Playhouse on Saturday, October 14th. We'll go ahead and Saturday, October 21st is going to be the premiere at the Murphy Theater at 50 West Main Street in Wilmington, Ohio. From 3 to 5 on Saturday, October 21st is a premiere of From Gettysburg to Baghdad, which I get to be. That's when I had my beard pretty long. I get to be in that as one of the main characters. Another character in that is Buster Douglas. We talked about boxing a little bit earlier. He's going to be there signing autographs.
Really?
We're going to during the premiere. We're going to, since it's just a short film from Gettysburg to Baghdad, we're going to watch part of his Tyson fight, and he's going to talk us through that, and he's should be pretty interesting if you're a boxing fan, or if you just want to go watch a good short film. From Gettysburg to Baghdad, down at the Murphy Theater in Wilmington on Saturday, October 21st. I believe that's all. And get to Wiley Sunday Comics this Sunday if you want to see me bomb on stage for the first time in a while.
And you can't beat it. I mean, for a $5 cover, and it's great food and tons of really incredible people. I mean, that's
and
get
every
your
now
money.
and then, every now and then you get to see a comic meltdown, which can be that can be fun just by itself.
There was one last time I was there, and I talked to Karen, the one that does the shows. I go, well, that's the trifecta. She goes, what do you mean? And I mentioned 3 shows I did where we had someone like, and she goes, oh my God, that's right, you did the trifecta. I go, yes.
Yeah, we had a that might have been the one you were on. Is it the younger guy that was talking about how he was just dissing comics? And
and then he goes 3 minutes and runs off the stage.
Okay, you were there for that one. I couldn't remember. But I thought it was funny because Ed chased him down and made him come back in and apologize to Karen, which I thought.
Oh, that's good.
I thought, it was good. He did that.
Guy was
he did. Which happens. There are folks that think they can get up there and do it and it's no problem, and they get up there and they realize it's hard to do.
And one guy
is not an easy thing.
Time before that was one guy did it, and no one was laughing at his jokes, and he said, "Beep beep beep, I'm out of here," and he threw his mic down.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's like,
I don't get that.
Not everybody's going to think you're funny.
And then the very first time I did it, this guy comes walking out and he's wearing this blonde wig, and he had like an orange cone.
Was that Action Jackson, or was that somebody?
No, that wasn't Action. It was this guy. Okay. Like, oh my God! And I'm going like, well, this is interesting.
Because Action Jackson got up in his boxer shorts.
Yeah, that's just different. This guy was wearing a cone.
Yeah,
the cone of
I
silence,
heard about
I
the
guess.
cone. I didn't get to see it.
Oh, it's very good. But my eyesight's bad enough. That didn't help.
But that's the thing. If you don't get out to Wiley Sunday Comics and see some of this stuff, you never know what you're going to miss. There's Action Jackson, Puke, the Cone Guy. You never know.
It's comedy guar, folks. Yeah, comedy guar.
Yeah, it's just a hodgepodge of all kinds of weird stuff and some great comedy mixed in as well.
Oh yeah,
there's definitely a lot of local comics that are absolutely fantastic.
Local and loco.
Loco comics.
Yes.
But unfortunately, Scotty Mays is taking a break from. Hopefully, he's just taking a break from comedy and not retired altogether, because he was getting good. I mean, he was good anyway, but he was definitely improving as he went.
Oh yeah,
and Scotty, if you're listening, come back to us. You'll always be welcome.
Future husband number 7.
There you go. All right.
Hope that didn't drive him away.
Way to go, Holly.
Woo!
It was from the last show he was on. It was the last time he was on this show. With
I have a tendency with that.
Yeah. he's thought about it this long, and finally he said, "Nope, I can't do it anymore."
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming in again.
I had
always
a blast
fun.
today. Thank you so much.
Get that tattoo corrected.
Well, I'm gonna probably
Put that away. Work
cool.
on the tattoo instead.
I'll make Ron Smythe.
Oh, okay. Well, then
I'll have to find him and say, "Look what I did."
Put an E at the end, just so it feels more official.
So it's the Village Smithy.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming in, Holly Shock. Going to be up at Wiley Sunday Comics October 15th.
Absolutely
Love y'all. Hilarious. Improved so much since you first started.
Oh, thank you so much.
You keep impressing me every time you go.
Yes, well, thank you so much. Yes,
and your sex with superheroes stuff was really funny. So.
Didn't really happen yet. But thank you.
You can always keep your hopes.
Yeah, a couple of them. Woohoo!
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's Podcast Network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
The word today is bing, disgust.
Disgust.